everybody. This is Odin of LML920, joined by,
Orcrest 55. Hello,
and we
everybody.
are finally doing our podcast or something review on Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yep, we are finally getting to our review on Jurassic World Rebirth. Uh, I know for sure, like, I'm gonna clarify right now, these are our opinions. If you like the film, that's fine. We're not hating on you guys for liking the film. These are just our personal opinions.
Yeah, click away. Don't if you don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah, that too. If you don't want to get spoiled, which I feel like everyone at this point should have seen the film at this point. But if you still haven't seen the film and if you want to watch it, don't. We're going to be talking about spoilers and stuff, so don't watch this video then. But anyways, what are we going to start off first?
We'll just start off at the beginning with that laboratory.
Oh, the flashback.
Yep.
Okay, do you want to start that off or?
So So the laboratory is where they had those different made dinosaurs, and when one of the scientists dropped the candy bar wrapper.
Snickers wrapper? Yeah, that's I actually found out more about this island. Apparently, it's Site C. If you don't know what Site C is, Site C was going to be the rumored island for Jurassic Park 3 when that film was coming out. And at first, Jurassic Park 3 was supposed to take place on a completely different island, hence Site C. And you could see that was some of the marketing. But then they switched it to Site B for Isla Sorna. So, and then a ton of people have been asking, what's Site C? Where's Site C? But now we finally have canonization that this island, El Saint Hubert, I think it's called, is Site C in Jurassic canon now, which is cool. But back to the topic, is like in my opinion, it's kind of interesting because it really followed how everything can go into chaos with such little thing, like basically what Ian Malcolm talked about so many times throughout the franchise. Um, with his theory for chaos theory. So it was kind of it kind of made sense, but it also kind of didn't at the same time. So I don't know. It's kind of stupid in a way, but like also lovable in a way that everything went wrong, but also it was kind of stupid on how everything went wrong. I don't know. But it's basically a mixed thing for me. I don't know from my point of view, but what about you, Odin?
My opinion, I think the movie was pretty amazing, and I did like some characters. Like I did like Scarlett Johansson's character, especially Jonathan Bailey's character, who was starts from the museum and then goes to the island with them. Like he was so pure-hearted,
Yeah,
and I did like all the yep.
I do like his character. I do like Jonathan Bailey's character as Dr. Henry Loomis. I do really like his character. In my opinion, he is the only interesting character in the entire film for me. Um but I think the only thing that I would find annoying about his character is that the chewing that literally drives me insane. People do it to me all the time when we're playing games and stuff, and I hate it, and it just drives me insane. But I think that's like the only like annoying thing that he did. But like otherwise, I loved his character. His character was great. Zora Bennett or Scarlett Johansson's character, I think, in my opinion, she was okay. Like, it's basically like for her. I feel like she was just a copy and paste of Chris Pratt's character for Owen Grady, but slightly different. So like that's like the only thing that I'd say about her. But like I'm still good. I'm still happy that Scarlett Johansson's in the franchise now. That's still great. But I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. And I don't know. There's like there's multiple things that I've noticed within the film specifically that did not make any sense. Because Odin here, he goes to films to be entertained. He doesn't like. I don't know if you keep in track with the lore. I know for sure you do with the MCU. I know that.
Yes, the MCU.
Yeah, you keep tabs on the MCU lore for sure. But like for me, I like Jurassic is one of those franchises that I keep in tabs with the lore specifically and the timeline of things. Um, there was just a ton of things in there that just did not make sense whatsoever. Um, like I could give you like an example of this. So you know that Parasaurolophus, the dead one that the Dilophosaurus was eating, right?
Yep.
If you know the first time that we see that Parasaurolophus was in Jurassic World Dominion on mainland, which that is a Biosyn Parasaurolophus. How in the world did Engine getting a like? How did Engine get a hand on it? Because like supposedly that Parasaurolophus was not made yet. Back in what 2011 or 2010 is when that flashback was in the beginning of the film. So
Yeah.
like, how in the world did they get it? That's the question. How did it get on the island if it was on mainland? That's my question. And there's like other stuff as well that I have questions of. Like personally, the museum scene before they went to the island, or before they went to go get the DNA on the mosasaur, right? Um,
Right.
that scene doesn't make any sense because they were saying that Titanosaurus, which is the sauropod that we see with the long neck in Rebirth, saying that that's like the biggest sauropod. It's not. That's Dreadnoughtus that we see in Dominion, which that is the first retcon that I have noticed that doesn't make any sense. The second one is that the Quetzalcoatlus skeleton in the museum, they used the skeleton from Rebirth, from the Rebirth Quetz, which doesn't make any sense if they did not know that that one existed. You know what I mean? It would
Yeah.
have made sense to use the skeleton from the Dominion Quetz from Biosyn instead of the Engine Quetz. To me, that would make more sense. But they didn't. And then there was like other stuff in the background that I'd noticed as well. Like when Dr. Loomis was in front of like a cartoon like thing or like a cartoon in front of a screen and stuff, and then you see like the Spinosauruses that we see later on in the film. That doesn't make any sense either because nobody knew that these dinosaurs existed on this island. So how do they know what they looked like? So that also does not make any sense. The mosasaur specifically, I'm still questioning after some stuff has resurfaced or and stuff. But like the first time everybody saw it, they kind of hinted that that mosasaur was from Jurassic World, which it doesn't look anything from the one in Jurassic World.
There's
So
that cute little triceratop thing that the little girl liked.
the Aquilops. I think the only
Yep.
I think the only thing that was missing from its design was actually the quills. Not I don't know why it didn't have any quills on it, but like the Equilops is supposed to have quills on it, but for some reason it didn't. Um, it looked more like a Microstratus to me from Jurassic World Dominion, which is actually the first dinosaur that they cloned in the franchise. Um, but I don't know. It doesn't like the Equilops is good. I don't mind it. It kind of just reminds me of Bumpy from Camp Cretaceous. It's kind of what it reminds me of. Um, but I don't know. There's like a ton of other things that I noticed in this film when I watched it 2 times, and still a lot of it that does not make any sense to me whatsoever. But if you, I'll give you the torch here, Odin, so you could talk about it for like a little bit as well.
Well, for any other positive stuff, like there was some reliving of the first Jurassic Park a little bit.
Oh, the CGI was good.
Yep,
That
that
I will
the
say,
CGI was good,
the CGI was actually really good. But
and
the
then
most
there's also that stubborn guy
the
that we saw in the
mosasaurus
beginning of the film.
the mosasaurus scene was actually really good too in the water before they
Yep.
crashed on the island and stuff. That was a good scene. The river raft sequence with the T-Rex was also a really good scene. I know the first time I watched it, my dad looked to me and he's like, "They swim now?" I'm like, "Yep." But yeah, that scene was really good and stuff. Which I don't know if you know this, Odin, but there was actually a scene that they wanted to do since Jurassic Park that was in the novel of the book for the
Oh,
book, and they wanted to do it in Jurassic Park, but they couldn't do it because they didn't know how the animatronics would react to it in the water, so they didn't do it. But but they wanted to do that scene for a long time, so they did it in Rebirth, which was, in my opinion, that's really cool. But yeah, like some of the new dinosaur designs, I do really really like. The T Rex design is really cool. I do like that. The raptor design, I wish we saw more of. Like, I don't know if that's just me, because we only saw it once, and then for like, what, 10, 15 seconds, maybe 20 seconds at most, maybe almost towards like a minute. And then we never saw them again throughout the entire film. So, in my opinion, that's a little bit disappointing because I love the Velociraptors. I love the T Rex. I'm glad that we got the scenes that we've had for the T Rex, but I wish we had more footage for the Velociraptors, in my opinion. That's just me. Um, because like I saw renders of the Velociraptors, and I really want to see them in the light, but we didn't, and it was, in my opinion, it was just disappointing because I really love those animals. What did you think of the mutants, though?
I think they were pretty creative.
The Mutodon and the Distortus Rex.
Yeah.
In my like, I think when more like info came out, they did say that um it was more of a hybrid program. So like this was before the Indominus Rex, Odin. This was way before the Indominus. And I think they were trying to figure out how to do it, you know what I mean? Cuz like
Yep.
I mean like I can't remember which character said this. I think it was Krebs. But he what he said does make sense. Like it wouldn't be perfect the first time. Like they would have to go trial and error before they got it perfect, you know? Um so that does make sense, but like I don't know. I feel like we have moved on from the hybrid part though.
Mhm.
Like I don't know if that's just me because like we got it in Jurassic World and then we got it in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And then we even got it again or like 2 other times in Camp Cretaceous in different seasons. So why are we going back to the roots for hybrids again? Like, like I don't think we need to have more hybrids in the franchise anymore at this point. I think that um that era of Jurassic is done. I don't know. There's just like a ton of things that just I do like about the film, but then there's things that I don't like about it. Remember when they were in the swamp,
Yep.
like in the water, going through and stuff. And then we saw something like peek out of the water and then go back down, and it was like
Yep.
it was something that was it was red. I know that a lot of people were thinking that that was a Titanoboa, and if you don't know what a Titanoboa is, Odin, it's basically a giant snake. If that
Yeah.
is a Titanoboa, then that would be the first in the franchise because we never had a Titanoboa in the Jurassic franchise. So if that is true, that
Well,
would be
yeah.
really cool. But
Even the even with the, family that was from the sailboat, that got saved by the main cast, but, of course, that one stubborn guy wouldn't even save the chick from that family.
no, for me, that's kind of expected from people that want to, because like
Yeah.
Lewis Dawson tried to do that to that, do it like tried to kill Alan and Ellie in Dominion, where he stopped it at the amber mines and he knew Dimetrodon was in the amber mines. So he literally tried to kill Alan and Ellie and even Maisie. And I don't even think he
Yeah.
knew that Maisie was with them. So like, but like either way, he tried to kill them. So like, it doesn't surprise me that I guess like the human antagonist is going to try and kill the protagonist. So that doesn't surprise me. But I don't know. Like I'm gonna go off on a rant here for a second, but if that's all right. But
Sure.
in in my opinion, like the only reason, like I said this to Odin before, and we had another friend with us when we went to go watch it, but in my opinion, this film is only a 6 out of 10 for me. Like it's not great, but it's also not bad at the same time. Like it was entertaining, yes, but there was just a lot of things that did not make sense for the lore of Jurassic. At this point, at first, I thought the Mosasaurus in Rebirth was the same one from Jurassic World, like in 2015's Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, in Dominion, which now a lot of people are I think figuring out or finding evidence that it might not be the same one, and it's actually a different one. Which, if that's the case, I'm hoping, but that's not really concrete evidence, or like it doesn't really confirm whether or not if it is the same one or a different one. So I'm hoping it's a different one, but I'm still questioning on whether or not if it is or isn't. Um, the um, the other thing would be the Parasaurolophus that I mentioned a while ago. The Titanosaurus stuff, like everything that was in the museum that they were talking about, pretty much mainly on the Quets and the Titanosaurus, which didn't make any sense whatsoever. Um, well, mainly just that they used like the Quetzalcoatlus skeleton from the one in the movie and not the one in Dominion. And then the Titanosaurus being like the largest sauropod, even though that was Dreadnoughtus, and they could have easily went to Biosin Valley for that. Which the other thing is saying the dinosaurs are dying off because they are too unhospitable to mainland, or mainland has become too unhospitable to dinosaurs to where they cannot live on mainland anymore. That is bullcrap, because they were living on mainland from Fallen Kingdom to Dominion just fine. So why change it all of a sudden? 5 years later, all of a sudden now they're dying off after Dominion. That's stupid. So I don't know why they are doing that, and it just doesn't make any sense. And so far I'm not the only person that is thinking this. Um, like I said earlier in the video, if you guys like the film, especially you, Odin, that's fine if you like the film. But like for me, it just doesn't make any sense, and there was a lot of stupid decisions that I've noticed. But even the screenwriter for David Kep, and he was the original screenwriter um for Jurassic Park and The Lost World. I don't know if you knew that. Um, but the reasoning was kind of stupid because like he was like, I don't know. He literally said to Universal that he didn't know where to take the next movie after Dominion on mainland. So that's when they decided to go back to the roots and start having dinosaurs back on islands again. And in my opinion, that's stupid because there was so many things that they could have done. They could have done like another movie to where they're explaining more of the black market in Dominion, or like maybe they're saving dinosaurs in the black market or something. Or like they could have done like
Maybe
so
do a
many things.
like taking place in the city or around the world or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like they could have done so many things, but they didn't. Like so I'm a little bit mad at David Kep because he basically reverted everything back to where it was, and he basically de-evolved the franchise in my opinion, and I don't like that. And there was it doesn't like there was some dinosaurs that I am worried about and still worried about, but I think at this point they are dead at this point. Blue, Beta, Rexy, we don't know what happened to them now. Whether or not if they're alive or not. Rexy, I expect to be dead because she is like almost I think 40 years old at this point, which that is way too old for a T-Rex. Um, but Blue honestly could be dead, but Beta though I don't think should be dead because she was a baby in Dominion in 2022, and she should definitely still be alive in the year of Jurassic World Rebirth, which Rebirth takes place literally in 2027 or 2028, give or take. Um, but at least she should be alive, but she's not. So I don't know what happened to Beta. I wouldn't be surprised if Rexy is dead. But I wouldn't be surprised. I would be also. I mean, I would be mad if Rexy is dead because like they could have give her like. I feel like they should have like ended her in like a climax way and given her like an actual like um heroic death or something to end off her story. And for Blue, however, we don't know what happened to Blue or even Beta. We don't know what happened to those three, including like other dinosaurs that were named in Chaos Theory. We or not in Chaos Theory in Camp Cretaceous. We don't know what happened to them either. So like, and also what happened to the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus? What happened to that thing? Like there's just so many questions that I have that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And I think there was like other news that the Jurassic World Mosa could honestly be dead because they released like a picture of like images on either a wall or a table, and I'm pretty sure this was just like a deleted either a deleted scene or like a deleted like part of the script to where they didn't want it anymore or something, or they didn't want to do it. But like there was a picture that the Jurassic World Mozo was washed up on land dead. So which I don't know how I feel about that. But I mean it kind of makes sense because orcas and humpback whales that happen to them all the time. But I don't know. Like, I'm disappointed that David Kep did not keep his word about no retcons, which I have noticed multiple throughout this entire film. And Gareth Edwards, I don't, the director of the film, I don't know. I'm, he did well, but in some scenes, but then there's some scenes that he didn't do too well in. So he's the Gareth Edwards is questionable, even though he did really good for the film for Godzilla in 2014. But I don't know. That's gonna be enough from my rant right now. But I'll let you talk now. I don't want to talk for the entire video.
Oh no, I really love Jurassic World Rebirth, and I do like the entire Jurassic Park franchise and all three of the worlds. But I think this is all I could share for the video.
All right. What? I'll say this. What did you think of the ending of the film?
Oh yeah, that was very good.
To where they just like basically ended it basically the same way that they did in the last three movies, or like the
Yep,
first three movies. Sorry, not last three, first three,
yep,
from
I
like
do.
Jurassic Park to um Jurassic Park 3. Um have you heard the potential rumor for the sequel to this?
Well, I saw it.
I'll tell you it later. I'm not because like I don't want to spread rumors. I don't know if it's true or not. But I'll tell you it later, like off camera. But it's in my opinion, it's kind of stupid. But like I don't know. But overall, my rating still stays the same on Rebirth. That it's just a 6 out of 10. Like it's not great, but it's also not bad at the same time. So in my opinion, it's just okay. But otherwise, it definitely needs work for sure, and I don't like how they basically de-evolved the franchise to where it was, or basically to where it once was in the original three films. I thought the Jurassic World trilogy was doing great with that, because like they were like doing something a little bit different every movie, which was good and keeping it interesting. But now I don't know. I feel like I don't think they should have went back to the roots of Jurassic Park. In my opinion, I think they should have just kept going to where they to
Just
what they
like
were
do
doing.
another generation.
Yeah. I just they I don't know. They should have just kept on going with dinosaurs on mainland and thriving and trying to coexist and stuff like that. Not necessarily going back to what they were doing like almost like 30 years ago or over 30 years ago. So like that's I don't know. That in my opinion that doesn't just sit well in my opinion. But I don't know. Like I said, if you like the film, great. I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you liked it. I just yeah, I just thought it was okay. Like it wasn't really anything
Yeah.
special for me.
Yep, it's your guys' opinion if you do like the movie or not.
Yeah, and please don't hate anyone for either liking or disliking the film, please, because like everyone has a title to their own opinion. Like I'm not like obviously like I'm not yelling at Odin for liking it, and he's not yelling at me for disliking it. If he likes it, that's fine. If I dislike it, that's also fine. Everyone has a title to their own opinion. Everyone has different like views on the franchise and stuff. I just like how the franchise was from Jurassic Park to Dominion and stuff. I just thought it was good, in my opinion. Like those six films were great. Um, and I feel like if people wanted nostalgia for Jurassic Park, then just go back watching the original three films. Then you don't need you don't need to make another film that brings that nostalgia back, in my opinion. But I don't know.
So, are we? Yep. At least Rebirth did get some success so far.
I mean, yeah. I will say though, I mean, for box office wise, it's not doing like. I mean, it's doing good. It's doing decent, but it's not doing that well. But
Oh,
for the box office, it's only half a billion. So it's like only like $553 million that it made in the box office, and that's worldwide. Compared to like the other three films though, like Dominion made over $1 billion. Fallen Kingdom made over $1 billion, and then Jurassic World made over $1 billion as well. So Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, and Dominion combined
yeah,
made obviously way more
that's
than
how
Rebirth.
yeah, that's how successful they were. So, are we are we ready to end the video now?
Yeah, I got really nothing else to say, but like it's, I don't know. They need to step up their game, in my opinion. But otherwise, yeah, that's our reviews of Jurassic World Rebirth. If you
Yep,
guys liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channels. I'll leave
yep,
Odin's channel in my description and stuff, so
yep.
you guys can.
Same for Bailey's and his, and links to my Discord fan server and Instagram are going to be in the description as well.
Yeah,
We'll see you guys in the next video for my channel.
yeah. I will see you guys in the next one, which I don't know what the next video is going to be. It might be a cinematic, or it might be another like conversation about Jurassic World Evolution 3. I don't know, but because like there is still a lot of Jurassic stuff coming. I might do videos on, but I don't know.
Bye.
But I'll see you guys in the next video and stuff. And go check out Odin's channel.
Yep.
He'll
Make
appreciate
sure to
it.
check out mine.
But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yep.
See
Goodbye,
ya.
everybody.